Hey guys, Prangell Gaming here, and welcome back to the Millwall Career Mode. It's now Season 2, Episode 5. Now in today's episode we're playing Wolves at home in the Championship. This is like a derby game because Kenny Jackett manages Wolves, and obviously he used to be the Millwall manager, and there's a lot on the line in that game. But obviously Jed Wallace can't play because his actual parent club is Wolves, so obviously that's unfortunate. He has just joined us. It would have been nice to play him, but unfortunately we can't. Then the next game is away to Charlton. That is a fantastic derby game. I cannot wait to play that. That is obviously, if I don't lose that game, that's also in the Championship. And the final game in this episode is against AFC Wimbledon, away from home in the Capital One Cup. That's going to be a pretty interesting game. I'm going to play a few weaker members of my squad to get them used to playing, obviously, because that's what you do in the cup games. But this is going to be an interesting episode. I mean, we played Bournemouth and Birmingham in the Championship in the last episode, and I hold them a lot higher in regards to Wolves and Charlton. So if we can beat both of them, surely we can beat Wolves and Charlton. Anyway, let's go find out the team that I'm playing against Wolves, and hopefully we can beat them. Right, so this is the team I'm going to be using against Wolves. In goal, we're going to go with David Ford. He has kept a clean sheet along with Welton, so it would be a good idea to play a goalkeeper with a clean sheet to his name already. The left back is going to be Shane Ferguson. I think it's the first time he's playing left back this season. The centre-backs are then going to be Nelson and the captain, Tony Craig. Again, I didn't really expect to have to say this so quick, but he is the captain because Beavers is obviously injured. The right-back is Ethan Evacs-Landell. The right midfielder is now Fred. The centre midfielders are Askins and Ben Thompson. The left midfielder is Lee Martin, and the two strikers are Marquis and Lee Gregory. Hopefully, between them, they can get some sort of goal. We do need the goals in these games to actually go on to win them. Now, obviously, Wolves are playing in that orange kit. I love the colour orange. But I've got to beat them today, and it will mean a lot if I do win this match. So hopefully we can go ahead and win it. And obviously I have got Berrienza on the bench, who has proved pretty decent, but he's got a lot to improve on. Hopefully he can get a goal in this game coming off the subs bench. So let's go play Wolves. Walks on to Ben Thompson in the centre of midfield. Thompson is going to find Lee Gregory. Gregory's got to get past Bath, who's known for not having that much pace. It's Lee Gregory. He has got him behind. Gregory, it gets hooked down there. Have we won a penalty? It looks like we have. That is so generous of Wolves, especially the captain, Danny Bath, to have gone and tackled us in the area. We now have the chance to score from the spot. Gregory hasn't scored this season, so I'm going to let him take the penalty, and he hasn't scored again. He misses the penalty. Gregory is on such a goal drought at the moment. He really needs one goal because he was the top goal scorer last season. For some reason, he's just not performing this season. Actually going to lay it off for Gregory. Gregory's going to play through John Marquis. Marquis with a heavy touch. Marquis with the shot, and there you go. We've put the ball in the back of the net, and it's John Marquis, the goal scorer, just before half-time. I didn't expect us to score here. Thompson with a fantastic pass. Gregory then threaded him through, and I thought he'd overdone it there. We wasn't going to be able to score, but Marquis just about puts that ball in the back of the net. I've got to say, I do feel very, very happy that we've scored, but very, very sad for the goalkeeper. Martin actually manages to win the ball here. Martin off of John Marquis. What a save by Akume there. That could easily keep Wolves in this game. Ethan Evacs-Landell gets to the ball. He can now move it away. No, he can't. We're still battling. And that's a terrible pass, and we've given it straight away to them. And they've gone and put it in the back of the net. Talk about punishing you when your defence isn't on point. And this is really frustrating. I mean, I just passed it to him, and he simply was set up there. So upsetting that I couldn't get rid of this ball. I was trying ever so hard just to get rid of it, and that pass was meant to go to Tony Craig, but it didn't quite make its way to the target. And obviously now you can see Wolves have put the ball in the back of the net and made this game 10 times harder because we do need to go on and win this. Gonna lay it off for Carlos Askins. Can he score here? What a save by Akume. I was thinking that Carlos Askins was finally going to relive his goal-scoring time. Right, we're going to be making 3 substitutions here. Beretta, Powell and O'Brien are coming on for Askins, Marquis and Ben Thompson. We just need another goal. And Gregory, despite him not scoring, I do need to hopefully get him through this because he needs to score a goal eventually. Dicko's still going with the ball. Can we tackle him here? We can't. He's still going. That's a great pass. Oh, and that's a great save by David Ford. We need to header this ball away. Just get rid of it. That is great defending there. We almost did concede. Well, that's full time, and we drew the game 1-0. I'm kind of upset with the result for the fact we passed them the ball and they scored from it. We did do really well. I think we're coping very well in this championship. The only thing that I am worried about is Gregory really isn't scoring. Last season, he did take a long while to get goals, so we might have to put him in the game against Wimbledon so he can just start scoring to get that goal-scoring rhythm so he can actually move on and start scoring some goals in this championship season. But in terms of the team's overall performance, I can't fault it. We're doing really well. Very unlucky to have conceded the goal, and sometimes that happens. I mean, a draw's better than a loss, and I'll take every point I can get at this stage in the championship. So let's move on to the biggest game of the season at the moment, which is against Charlton away from home. I am not losing that game. If I lose it, I'll be so frustrated. I don't think Gregory's going to be playing in that because he needs to score goals, and at the moment he's just not up to it. Right, before we get into the big derby game against Charlton, Birmingham have put in an offer for Byron Webster. I mean, that's not enough money. That might just about be enough to sell him. I mean, I'm not in a rush to sell these players, Craig and Webster. I'm not really fussed whether I do sell them or not. It'd be nice to get rid of them, but obviously there is a January transfer window that I can use to my advantage. So if Birmingham want to pay this sort of money, they can obviously have him. Right, so this is the team that's going to be playing Charlton away from home in this huge derby game. So in goal, we're going to go with the well-experienced David Ford. The left back is then going to be Mitch Hancocks. The centre backs are going to be Nelson and the captain, Tony Craig, as Beavers still isn't back from his injury. The right back is going to be Cummins. The right midfielder is going to be Gorgon. The centre midfielders are going to be Askins and Thompson. I'm only putting Thompson there because in real life he is a true sentinel midfielder, and sometimes you do need that in the middle of the pitch, especially in a derby game. Now the left midfielder is then going to be Aidan O'Brien, and the two strikers are going to be Marquis and Berrienta. I told you Gregory wouldn't be coming close to this game because it was too important to mess up. So Gregory's not even on the bench. Now a player who actually is on the bench is Gary Gardner. He said he wanted to play in this game. Now he isn't quite fit yet. As you know, he did get injured, so he is making his recovery. So I will bring him on in this game, as I think it'll be a nice way to get him recovered into the game. And maybe if he's fully fit by the AFC Wimbledon game, he can feature in that game and make a full recovery. So let's play Charlton. Hopefully this game will be a very good game for a Millwall fan. Goodmanson, he's going to cross the ball in here. Can we get a header away? No, we can't. We do clear the ball off the line. Now we have to get away with the ball, which we can do with Berrienta. Askins, where's he going with his ball? Carlos Askins is still going with the shot there. And Henderson made the save, but I don't think he had much control over what he saved. Thompson, he's going to go out wide on the wing. What can he do with his ball here? He's still going. Ben Thompson is going to try and come inside. Ben Thompson is still going. Thompson with a shot. And that was a very lucky save there. We almost put that ball in the back of the net. And if it weren't for luck, we would have been winning there. Right, we're going to make 3 substitutions here. Alfie Pavey, Gary Gardner and Lee Martin are coming on for Carlos Askins, John Marquis and Alexander Gorgon. Gary Gardner is needing to come back to his fitness. Alfie Pavey is a youngster that could help himself very highly if he scores in this game. And so there are 2 very good reasons why we have to make these subs. Cummins, it's Ben Thompson. What can Ben Thompson do with the ball? He's still going. Thompson, the Berrienta. He gets tackled here. Berrienta! He's the hero here. He puts the ball in the back of the net and we're winning. Who would have thought Berrienta, a new signing, would be the player to score in this fantastic derby game? I'm so happy. I cannot believe it. I didn't expect us to score here. That's why I went all out attack, because I thought 10 minutes left. Surely we ain't going to score. But we have managed to put that ball in the back of the net thanks to a very lucky bounce and a ball that dropped straight to Berrienta, who put that ball in the back of the net. And I can't complain about that. He is a hero, and I'll take this win very happily. And we've won this game. I put blood, sweat and tears into winning this derby game. There was no way I was going to lose this match. It would have absolutely killed me inside if I had managed to draw this as well, because It's so important that you win your derby games, especially against Charlton. And Ben Thompson was the key player in this game for us, but really, I would disagree. I'd say Barry Enter was. They didn't have a shot on target, according to the stats. We clearly dominated. We deserved to win. We just didn't. And I really am glad that we've managed to win this game. And now I think that's 10 points in 4 games in this league. We're not doing too bad, especially considering we are the team that was top of the league and we were promoted. So let's get into the next game against Wimbledon. I'm going to play a few players that are out of form and need recoveries, etc, etc. Anyway, you'll see the team when we go to play them. Right, before we get into the game, which is going to be our final game of the episode against AFC Wimbledon, it has been agreed in principle that Byron Webster is going to Birmingham City. Now, I'm slightly disappointed, but in a way I'm also quite happy, because if you look at it this way, I've been training up Chris Parr, who's now a 61 rated. You've got Nelson, who has already surpassed the rating of Byron Webster. So really, Webster was just there as an experienced backup player that could be useful at a club that actually needs him, because I'm training up Parr to become a player that was obviously better than Webster. So I don't see a reason why there'll be a problem with me selling him. Obviously, maybe the numbers might lack, but then last season I did sign a few centre-backs just because I knew that this would be the way I wanted to go for next season, so I was already planning forward. So anyway, enough about that. We know that Webster's practically gone, so let's actually get into the game against AFC Wimbledon, and hopefully this team is going to be good enough to beat them. Right, and this is the team that's going to be playing AFC Wimbledon in the Capital One Cup away from home. In goal, we're going to go with Jordan Archer. He does need experience, and he can only get it in the Cups because the Championship means far too much at the moment. If we can secure our status, then obviously I'll start playing Archer a lot more. The left back is going to be the captain, Tony Craig. Actually, Beavers is back from his injury. Well, not quite back, but in the same recovery stance as what Gardner was in the last game, so he will be featuring some part in this game as a substitute. Hopefully he won't get injured when he's brought on. And the 2 centre-backs are 2 of the future players for Millwall. Parr, the player I've been training up, and Keaton Wood. I think they can form a very good partnership, and obviously Nelson will be involved in that team somewhere, but I'm going to leave him out the team for now. The right back is going to be Marlon Romeo. The right midfielder is going to be Paris Cohn-Hall. The centre midfielders are Gary Gardner and the loanee Jed Wallace. Gardner I've put in there because he's recovering from his injury, so he will start to go back into the first team after this game, and obviously Wallace needs some game time. It's the perfect opportunity. The left midfielder is Ferguson, and the 2 strikers are Alfie Pavey, who does need some goals, but also he does need game time, and Lee Gregory, who's had a lot of game time, but he hasn't had a lot of goals. He actually hasn't scored anything this season, so I need him to start scoring goals so he can actually boost his confidence and score some goals in the Championship. So that's why he's being used in this game. So let's get into the game against AFC Wimbledon. Hopefully we can win this game. Romeo is going to find Paris Cohn-Hall. Paris Cohn-Hall is moving well with the ball, and it's Paris Cohn-Hall with the strike. What a save by the AFC Wimbledon goalkeeper there. Oh. Reeves to Beer. Beer to Akinfenwa. Akinfenwa's through, and he's put the ball in the back of the net. The big guy, Abayo Akinfenwa, smashes that ball into the back of the net. That is so unlucky, but if you see the guy, you know that it's going to be very hard to defend him. He was threaded it through. There was no way he was getting that ball back, and he smashed that ball into the back of the net. He almost broke the net with that shot, and Archer had no chance. Now we are behind to the League 2 outfit, and we do need to get a goal to equalise in this game. Gary Gardner knocks it on to Alfie Pavey. Pavey still going with it. It's Alfie Pavey with a shot. Oh, and it doesn't go in. Yes, it does. How about that? It managed to hit both posts and go in. I honestly thought it didn't go in the back of the net. I was about to complain. But Alfie Pavey is the player that scores there. And talk about a bit of luck. You needed both posts to put that ball in the back of the net. And Alfie Pavey has got the goal that we needed. Obviously, Gregory still hasn't. And that is a big worry. But at least we have scored. We're not losing to the team anymore. To Taylor. Taylor still moving with it. What a save by Archer. We need to clear this ball away, and we do indeed there. Right, I'm going to make one sub at half-time. Keaton Wood is coming off for Mark Beavers. As I said, I did need to bring him on, and of course he is a better defender than Wood. So that means this sub makes a lot of sense. Right, Alfie Pavey and Paris Cohenhall are coming off for Alexander Gorgon and Fred. Gorgon is going to be the striker. We do need another goal. Jed Wallace is going to play in Lee Gregory here. What can Gregory do? Finally, might be able to get in behind. He gets brought down there, and we've won a penalty. Hallelujah. We do have the chance to score. I don't even know if I want Gregory to take it because he hasn't been scoring. And Paul Robinson, the player that used to play for us, is the player that actually gives away the penalty. That's a bit worrying for them. Anyway, we have got the penalty, and now we need to decide who's going to take it. Guys, I'm going to risk it. I'm going to let Gregory take it. Can he score it here? No, he can't. Gregory's missed again. This is an ongoing battle with Gregory trying to put that ball in the back of the net, and he hasn't done it again. This is the second penalty he's had that he's messed up. Harry Gardner, he's trying to play it out wide to Fred, and this is a great bit of play. Fred, he might be able to get in behind. It's Fred, he's still going with the ball. Fred, can he score here? It's Fred with the shot, and there you go. Fred scores. The player that came off the bench is the player that we needed to put that ball in the back of the net. I'm really concerned that Gregory still hasn't done anything, but at least we have scored, and we're going to progress further and not mess up against a team that are really poor in the standards of where we are in the league at the moment. And there we go, it's full time against AFC Wimbledon. We won the game just about. Thank you very much, Fred, for scoring that goal. We really did need it. And Gregory again missed a penalty. This is getting ridiculous. I know Gregory is struggling to score, but you've got to score the penalties. I mean, they're the easiest thing, and he's messing them up. Honestly, so many teams are putting in transfer offers for him. In this rate, I might just sell him, because if he hasn't scored a decent amount of goals by January, I will definitely contemplate bringing someone else in. I do have money. I could loan someone in to buy them, like I have been doing with Ferguson and what I've got pending with Jed Wallace at the moment. So anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this Millwall Career Mode episode. It's been quite an interesting episode. We're still unbeaten in the league, and we do progress further in the cup. Gregory is yet to score despite having 2 penalties, but eventually we will have to conquer that issue. So like, comment, subscribe, and of course stay tuned for more Millwall Career Mode episodes. Goodbye.